Hello, friends. As the year coming up to its completion and we're entering festive seasons, I would love to share a little bit with you around the topic of cycles, around the topic of how unconscious energies sometimes stand on our way to make so much needed transformation, make so much needed change in our lives, and prevents us from growing. I think it's the right moment to talk about these things as we're entering the period where we're gonna start letting go the old and projecting our next steps in the next year. I observe quite often in people I work with, and of course in my own self, that there is a willingness, there is a feeling like, okay, I have been here already for quite some time. I think I'm ready to change something. I think I'm ready to have my next step or move from one state to another state. For example, change something in the career or in your position or in the scope of your work, or step into your creative aspect, or step more into your power, change the dynamics in the relationship, change the dynamics and shift energy around your financial situation. And of course, change yourself. Because if a human being stands on the same place and things do not change for years and years and years, there is kind of this sense of stuckness or sense of stagnation, that waters are not moving. And every time we have a feeling that, oh, I wish this, or imagining that, there is something coming in and immediately tells us, oh no, you don't need that, or this year you cannot do this because of these limitations, or talks us out of it in many different ways. So in this video, I want to bring and shed a little bit of light onto some unconscious forces that reside within our psyche, that reside within our spirit, that blocks, stops, and prevents us from growing in relationship space, in expression space, in career space, in personal healing space. So why do we sometimes wish something and then we give it up after not even trying, or we talk ourselves out of things, or we find excuses why we would not do that or not succeed in something? So as I will be talking about it, just notice what will be arising for you, what will be coming up for you, what will be clicking for you. And I'm doing this video specifically for you to not this time get fooled by some unconscious forces, not get fooled by your own resistance, and to be able to see your resistance, to be able to feel it and know, wow, now I see this unconscious resistance. And once you see it, you will be able to shift it and go beyond it. That's a process of growth. If you stuck in the resistance, if you're stuck in self-limitation, if you're stuck in the mind, if you're stuck in overthinking, then probably things will be just going as usual. There will be no new path, no fresh air, no cycles happening. It will just be kind of, energy will be stuck. So I invite you for a moment just to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And with all honesty, ask yourself and notice, what have I been delaying, postponing, and talking myself out for the last year, or maybe for the last few years? What has been on my mind? What I have been intuitively feeling I need to change in my situation, my life, my circumstances, myself, so I can start moving forward. Just sit with your eyes closed and just take a moment to contemplate this for yourself. What has been coming up for me? Is it something around making any sort of change, changing your circle, hobbies, maybe shifting a little bit towards more meditation, maybe shifting towards a little bit spirituality in your life, or knowing, wow, I have been dealing with this issue or this trauma for so many years and I'm quite resistant to really address it, and I'm trying to superficially take care of it, but in reality I need to really do something about this. I need to go on a retreat or work with a healer or a mentor or a therapist. Or deep down, I know I'm ready to change my diet, my lifestyle. I want a breakthrough. I want to feel empowered. I want to feel healthy. Or I just don't want to be single anymore. I don't want to be alone anymore. I want to consciously prepare myself for healthy, committed relationship. And just breathe and observe. How long have you been in where you are today, in that position, place, state of mind, relationship status? And also, for how long have you been feeling, I need to do something about this? I need to change something about this. I know I just cannot continue not taking care of it, avoiding the topic, and just having days passing by, nothing changes. I just cannot live like this anymore. I cannot afford this. Take a couple more deep breaths here. So have that awareness around the change or transformation or adjustment or advancement that you have been already contemplating for some time. And now I want you to imagine to actually doing something about it. I want you to imagine acting upon that. Taking the lead, waking up next morning and taking conscious and grounded action towards what you know you need to shift, change, address, work on. And as you're watching yourself doing it, I want you to see what type of resistance starts arising and how it arises. Just breathe. Stay as neutral as you can. And as you're playing the scenario in your mind, creating relationship, meeting new people, changing career, jobs, lifestyle, taking a solid action towards healing your trauma, healing yourself, what starts arising? Is it the inner dialogue? No matter what you do, it will not gonna work. You don't have what it takes to get there. Just observe, what is the inner dialogue? What is the internal conversation begins? Or maybe you feel intense sensation somewhere in your body. If it's about really taking your power back and making empowered action, leaving places where you are not growing or where you are not loved, appreciated, not heard, not seen, and just validating yourself and empowering yourself to leave unhealthy, toxic places, relationships, situations, power dynamics. Just observe, maybe your solar plexus starts contracting. Maybe there is fear arising. Or maybe your heart still feels some sort of unease. What if I get hurt again? All of this is normal. Our resistances, they live in our bodies. And of course, it translates in our mind. First, we feel resistance in the body. Then we start hearing the voice of that resistance in our mind. Notice how that resistance kicks in. Or just there is, oh, what will be, will be. I trust the universe. It will do what's right to do on the right time. Like almost delegating your responsibility and your action to the universe, which is also a choice not to take responsibility, not to make any solid action. So are you avoiding, bypassing? Are you afraid? Don't feel enough strength? Are you trying to run away, hide from the thing that has been already coming and visiting you for quite some time? You need to change this. You need to do something about this. Good. Take a breath. Take a breath with this. And let's start slowly shifting the gears. I want you to stay with what you're seeing. And just as you're feeling the resistance, continue playing the scenario in your mind's eye. Stay with your eyes closed. Continue moving through your inner vision of yourself. Changing, adjusting, working on what is needed. And you might feel the resistance, and that's okay. Your body is trying to protect you from taking any action that is unsafe, unknown, because everything that is known is comfortable, everything that is unknown is uncomfortable. So resistances are just a protection mechanism for you not to change, not to grow. And you need to know about that. You need to make it conscious. So as you take in deep breath, continue seeing yourself making that breakthrough. Taking the lead, not delegating, not running away, not refusing to see, but actually acting. And as the resistance may be hurting in your stomach or contracting your chest or feels like your throat is getting choked, breathe. So I invite you to take 10 conscious deep breaths and breathe through all of this unconscious resistance that's arising as you're playing the scenario in your mind. Taking a deep breath in into your nose. Exhaling the resistance. 1. Breathe in. Exhale the resistance. 2. Breathe in. Exhale the resistance. 3. Breathe in. Exhale the resistance. 4. Breathe in. Exhale the resistance. 5. 5 more rounds on your own. Continue seeing yourself having a breakthrough in that area of your life that you need a breakthrough. And exhaling all the fear, self-sabotage, desire to run away, to avoid. Exhale all the old pain related to you already attempting to do this and not succeeding. Deep, deep breath. Exhale all the resistance out of your system. And pause here. Pause here and just ground yourself. Keep your eyes closed. And in this moment, I invite you to notice that in reality, all the fears are just in our head. All the bad scenarios are just in our head. In reality, we don't know. It can be a great success. It can be life-changing. You can be protecting yourself from your greatest opportunity to be the happiest version of you. I invite you to ground yourself in your conscious choice and your conscious decision to take one step at a time and breathe through resistance when it arises. But this time, not abandoning yourself, not delaying your growth to a next year, not finding reasons and excuses why you can't or you shouldn't, not believing the body that just feels maybe a little bit stuck, maybe a little bit afraid, maybe a little bit traumatized from previous experiences. We have to grow out of it. We have to take ourselves further and create another experience that will be controversial to anything that was not successful. We need to try again. Try again to have relationship we feel we deserve, career we feel we deserve, self-expression we feel we have and we must express. Take few long deep breaths and commit with yourself not to give up on you, not to give up on your dreams, not to give up on yourself and what's important for you. I hope this short journey gave you some insights, some clarity on how to work with unconscious resistances that all of us have. But those unconscious resistances cannot control our life. They cannot dictate how we are going to spend this lifetime. We need to choose for ourselves. And with all the joy, I would love to invite you to take a chance and experience my very special New Year's Energy Reset program. It consists of 2 powerful sessions, one on the full moon of this year, 2023, and one on the new moon next year, 2024, where we will work specifically on the topics you have been stuck, on the cycles you have not been able to complete yourself. I know how helpful it can be to have someone who can see your resistance and also see your potential and guide you there. And this is one of my most favorite ways to work with people and offer my intuitive abilities, my healing abilities, my spiritual mentorship to take you further into your life unfoldment journey and one step closer to your authentic life. You can explore more about this one-on-one New Year's program on my website, and please sign up before 20th of December. I'm looking forward to supporting you, to guiding you, to working with you. Until soon. Bye for now.